Regarde cette bête partir. Ils pensent que les maladies hydriques sont dues seulement à la consommation de l'eau non potable.
Alhamdoulilah, nous avons pu réhabiliter notre point d'eau. Khalifa, je crains d'être confronté aux difficultés du passé.
Moi, Kouadoua, j'ai pas peur et je ne crains pas. Tu penses et dis la vérité.
Kouadoua, tu es là?
Non, je suis ailleurs.
Lui, c'est Kouadoua. La misère publique. Il dit tout à l'envers. L'homme de la modération, de la tempérance et de médiation. Il intervient dans toutes les occasions de la vie sociale. Et en tant que gardien des traditions, il dit la vérité à n'importe qui. Ce n'est pas un bon signe. Et Kouadoua,
accouche.
Que se passe-t-il?
J'ai envie de vomir de l'eau potable. Ça coule en abondance dans le village.
Si tu as soif et que tu veux boire de l'eau potable, il faudra encore attendre.
Combien de siècles?
Je ne sais pas.
Pourquoi confier la gestion d'un ouvrage public à quelqu'un qui ne peut pas l'assumer? Hein? Réponds-moi. Bon, ce n'est pas grave. Il a été choisi à l'unanimité. Moi, je me tire.
Bonjour, Anne Sogoma.
Taï, Kalba.
Hein?
On t'a imposé ce poste?
Non, j'ai postulé et j'ai été retenu.
Alors, Khalifa, revois ta manière de travailler et respecte les gens.
J'ai fait quoi?
Khalifa, je suis pressé.
C'est le seul point d'eau potable auquel la communauté vient s'approvisionner. Regarde l'heure qu'il est.
Tu finis tous les villages.
Pardonne-moi. Aïe, moi.
Khalifa, on est pressé.
Je sais. Merci, Kouadoua.
Fais vite ça.
Khalifa.
Merci, Bintou. Issa, on doit payer d'abord.
Non, je ne paye pas.
Mais pourquoi?
Parce que je suis le neveu du président du comité de gestion de l'eau.
Que tu sois comment, tu dois payer d'abord.
Khalifa.
Ah ouais?
Depuis quand?
Tu vas payer.
Essaye de comprendre Khalifa. Il a été désiré par nous tous.
Je ne paye pas.
L'ouvrage est là pour notre bien-être, autant de sacrifices. Dans les lois établies par nos gouvernements, on ne paye pas l'eau. C'est le service de l'eau qu'on paye pour son entretien et en cas de panne.
Je ne paye pas. Et alors?
Aïwa, Kouadoua, tu as vu ça?
Non, je dormais.
Cela va durer combien de temps?
C'est très simple. Si les hommes ne peuvent pas prendre leurs responsabilités pour assurer la bonne gestion de cet ouvrage, alors nous allons faire appel aux esprits.
Aux esprits?
Doudi, chef de village.
Aux esprits.
Cambière. Welcome. Non, ne viens pas.
Aux esprits.
Oh, il faut pleurer pour la réunion. Pleurer.
Merci. Merci d'être venu. Kouadoua, on t'écoute.
Non, ce n'est pas moi. Ce sont les femmes.
Les femmes?
Oui, nous les femmes. Pose ton prix, chef de village. Parole de Kouadoua, très lentement. Madame Bintou, vous avez la parole.
Merci Kouadoua.
Ce n'est pas gratuit.
Dougoutigui, c'est au sujet du non-paiement du service de l'eau et de sa mauvaise gestion. Depuis la réhabilitation de cet ouvrage, les hommes nous ont mis à l'écart comme si nous n'avons pas nos places. Bon, comme tout le monde est là. Khalifa,
oui.
Nous voulons connaître d'abord comment se passe la gestion de l'eau.
Bintou, c'est depuis quand une femme?
Depuis tout de suite. Khalifa, depuis que tu as été nommé gestionnaire, Tout le village se plaint. Les hommes, les femmes, les enfants. Même les autorités se plaignent de ta mauvaise gestion. Tu ne fais de compte rendu à personne. À chaque fois que l'ouvrage tombe en panne, c'est nous les femmes qui cotisons pour sa réparation. Alors où va l'argent, hein?
Quitte là-bas.
Khalifa, où va l'argent?
Hé, Khalifa, tu réponds.
Je ne suis coupable de rien. C'est le président du comité de gestion qui a fait de cet ouvrage sa propriété privée, en priorisant certaines personnes et leur dispenser du paiement du service de l'eau potable. C'est lui celui qui empoche tout l'argent. Il me donne que des miettes, wallah, je jure, wallahi.
Quel homme honnête.
Et voilà le résultat. À partir d'aujourd'hui, nous ne voulons plus d'hommes à la tête du comité.
Irresponsable.
Korodouga, nous allons mettre en place un bureau composé de femmes, d'hommes et de jeunes, compétents et capables, mais à la tête une femme. Nous allons revoir les modalités du paiement avec l'avis de toute la communauté et aussi sensibiliser les réticents à y adhérer et à payer régulièrement le service de l'eau. Nous sommes ensemble.
On n'est pas ensemble.
On est ensemble. Bintou, je suis d'accord avec toi pour confier la gestion de cet ouvrage aux femmes du village. Parole du chef du village. Korodouga, on est ensemble.
Non. On n'est pas ensemble.
Vive le changement, vive les femmes.
Bio bikadisa koroba alama binyo konda.
Iyo bikadisa foroba alama binyo konda.
Koroba alama binyo konda.
Masa alama binyo konda.
Koroba alama binyo konda. Waidu masama binyo konda. Bio bikadauma masa alama binyo konda.
Merci beaucoup, Centre culturel Cora de Mali.
Thank you, Malian Cultural Center.
Nangendef.
Welcome aboard. Are you all right? Are you all delighted, happy to be here?
So happy to have you here. We're so happy to see you. I wanted to get two quick reactions to that piece. I know that it wasn't translated. Don't worry, we know. There will be interpretation from here on. Issues are universal, even if you didn't grow up in a village in Mali. Can I get one or two people to tell me how that made them feel? It's actually going to be like this for 2 days. I'm going to keep asking you questions, and that's when you have a chance to respond. Who would like to share something? It made you feel something. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Karen Gracia, I'm working at CPG, Compagnie des Bauxites de Guinée. I think it was very interesting because I'm a community relation manager, and it's really our day-to-day business and the difficulty we can have. For example, when we are financing socio-economic infrastructure, and then the problem is the maintenance to maintain this infrastructure, and the problem of water. It's a real one, and the problem of maintenance. So it's good to have this alive because we can see that a lot of country experience actually this problem, and it's good to make people aware of that. So thank you for this concrete scene. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I loved, Karine, that you said it's good to bring it alive. I feel woke, as the young people say in the US. Stay woke. So we're going to be doing this for 2 days. There's going to be a lot of arts and science and different disciplines, and you're going to feel things, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But that's where the creativity is going to be sparked. So I have the great pleasure now of introducing our Vice President for Africa and the Middle East, Sergio Pimenta, to come in and do a formal opening for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, and good morning, everyone. And you know, when Veronica asked me to do this opening, I was very excited, but I didn't know that I had to follow the Centre Culturel de Corée, which really is going to be very difficult to follow. So I promise I will not sing, I will not dance, because otherwise I'm going to scare everybody in this room. But so welcome to the 2019 Sustainability Exchange. Bienvenue. So
We're so
I said I would not sing. Veronica, please. So.
We're just so excited, Sergio.
Yeah, I can see we are excited. So anyway, I'm very excited too, but I will behave. So as you probably all know, this is the first time that we're holding this conference in Africa. But we have been holding this over 10 years now. It's been over 10 years, and we started in the basement of the IFC in Washington, and I can assure you it's not as nice as this building. And we've come a very long way since. It's been a very interesting experience for all of us, and I'm very excited that you all came from all across the world. You know, we have visitors and participants coming from really everywhere around the world for the first time having an event like this in Africa. And the world has really changed in 10 years. And I just want, as we start, you'll have opportunity over the next 2 days to interact, to have a lot of thinking and having also, I hope, fun and bringing some of this sparkle that comes out of bringing different sectors, different ideas, and bringing in community and bringing in culture and bringing in all this debate in the discussion. But I want you to step back and think where you were 10 years ago, because 10 years ago the world was very, very different from today's. And as you heard from the music, at some point maybe we'll have it, the Black Eyed Peas were very famous at that time. That's the music that we had. And I'm glad that you reminded me of that, because I forgot about it. 10 years ago, you know, South Africa was getting ready for the World Cup. I mean, it was a pretty different times, and this was 10 years ago. I don't know, quite a few of you probably have an iPhone. I think we were just starting the iPhones. I think the iPhone was about 2 years old, so it was a very different world. I mean. Thank you. So. When we think also about sustainability, where we were 10 years ago, I think at that time, a lot of us was looking at sustainability, a lot of companies were looking at sustainability a little bit under the angle of, well, this is a new sort of risk factor that we need to incorporate in the way we work, we need to manage. I think we have really evolved as a community of looking at people in the room to get new views on that. So the world has dramatically changed. Technology has dramatically changed. I mean, our reacting is completely different from 10 years ago. And if you think about 10 years in the future, I don't know if 10 years from now, Veronica, where will you do the exchange? You'll have to tell us that. On the moon, okay. Well, you know, IFC has always been very ambitious, but that's an exciting ambition to have. We will probably be in a completely different world. So how do we prepare for that? And there's many questions that we have to ask ourselves. And I think Africa is the right place to ask this type of questions. Africa is the youngest continent in the world, with a youth population that is growing faster than anywhere else. And when you look about 10 years, 15 years from now, we all look at technology saying, oh, these new technologies are going to destroy jobs. And yes, they're going to destroy a certain type of jobs that we know today. But they're going to also create different jobs and new jobs. And jobs that people going to college today don't even, I mean, these jobs don't even exist today. So how do we train people? How do we bring them the right education for that? So many, many questions. I have about 15 pages of them. I'm very happy to share them with all of you. But I want just to leave a few in your mind as we start this debate and as we start these 2 days. It's a unique opportunity to really learn. And on the IFC side, we're very grateful for all of you coming and joining us, because this is, for us, a community where we learn, a community where we exchange. That's where the name comes from. And we're really here for that, to listen to you, to hear how you see the world, how you see the things changing. IFC has very ambitious targets for the next 10 years. We had the chance of getting a capital increase last year from our shareholders, with the ambition out of it to really step up our role in the most difficult challenges that development has. And we are focusing on the more fragile countries, on the more difficult environments. We've also made very strong commitments towards this exchange and also the welcome from the Good Selling Agreement. His Excellency Amadou Hott, the Minister of Economy, Planning and Cooperation of Senegal, will join me on stage, and we will have a little exchange here. But Your Excellency, thank you for joining me. debate, or if you prefer, now we got these nice chairs. Thank you.
How you doing?
Did good? Okay. Minister, as I mentioned earlier, this is the first time that we are holding please, let's, sorry for those of you behind us, but there's no way that we cannot show our back. So, but we can turn a little bit around. So, Your Excellency, it's, as mentioned, this is the first time that IFC is hosting the Sustainability Exchange on the African continent. And when we were thinking about the destination, Senegal, Dakar, a beautiful city, was a very natural destination for us to think. So if I may, I wanted to ask you, how do you relate the topic of the Sustainability Exchange with the agenda of the government in Senegal? Thank you.
Sergio, merci beaucoup. Si vous permettez, donc je vais parler en français.
Allow me, I'll speak in French. We're having a problem with the mic. Thank you. So Senegal's official language is French, as you'll know, so I'll speak in French. I hope you have your headsets, those little pieces, so you can get me. So you're lucky. I could have talked in Wolof or in Fulani language, but I'm not going to venture into that. It's going to be harder for interpreters. But now, before anything, I would like to wish you all welcome to this event, to this beautiful city, Dakar, in the capital of Senegal, in the country of hospitality. And also I'd like to thank the International Finance Corporation, IFC, for having picked Senegal to host this major event for the very first time in Africa. I'm quite sure that we'll be beating all record of participation. I was told that we're now about 500 or 600 people, delegates. So this is a record that's been broken. So I would like to say that we are to remain some more time in Senegal so they can discover what our country has to give. Not just Dakar, but also go to the Petite Côte, the coastline in the southern part of Senegal. It's vital to have shortcuts. We cannot always reinvent the wheel. We need to learn from what happened in other areas, what worked well in Africa, but also what worked well in Asia. The happiness of our people without work, without jobs, which are the very heart and soul of the debates of the future. Without a healthy environment, without a healthy air and pure air, we can't be delighted because we'll fall sick. So it's very important to learn from success stories. And here in Senegal, we want to share things, but also learn from others, from each and one of us, so that we can make things in a snappy way. Thank you. Thank you, Honourable Minister. Thank you for these first remarks. I would like to ask you a question concerning the emerging Senegal plan, which is the ambitious economic development plan of Senegal that's been set up. I would like to link this to the topic of our debates around sustainable development and how you see relationship because, as you all know, I imagine, Senegal has what we call the PSC, the Emerging Senegalese Plan, to be speeded up, and that growth has to be inclusive, and that growth has also the environment. It's all the ministries that will be involved. 3 years, we've been able to move from 5% of energy mix to 18% of energy mix, and by 2023 we'll be having 29% with our solar plants. Culture, how we can use in a very responsible manner lands that we have, how we can increase the yields to reduce acres that are used for agricultural farming. For in this PSC plan is training, which Sergio said the challenge. Demographic, the population challenge with those under 30 that represent 70%. Thank you. Outside Africa, we have